I'm going to be changing the stickers on my 2DS while I do this video because it just feels fitting. Anyway, recently I've been getting a lot of videos on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram from an account called DSVault. This video is going to be covering a large handful of things that don't seem correct about this store, so please sit tight because there's a lot. DSVault is a very cutesy, pink aesthetic account that focuses on the Nintendo DS and the 3DS family of systems. They also refurbish and mod Nintendo DS and 3DS consoles as a business. A lot of their content seems to promote good messages. Stuff like, oh, you're able to enjoy pink, cute consoles no matter your gender and identity.
It truly does not matter if you're a girl, boy, or identify as anything else. Our modded Nintendo 3DS is built for everyone.
Or cozy gamers don't just like Animal Crossing. You know, nostalgic things and also reliving your childhood. A lot of very lovely things. There's nothing wrong with any of those messages. So imagine my surprise when this account comes back on my feed, but with a setup that I recognize. You can probably tell where I'm going with this. That is not their setup, nor is this their video. This is Rainy Keyboard's iconic setup. Some context if you're new here. Hi, I'm Cozy Toasty. I create content on TikTok that mostly centers around handheld gaming, nostalgic tech, and other things in that realm. I don't have a massive following, but I definitely have a following in this space online, and I actively interact with other creators in this space. Rainy Keyboard being one of them. I sent her the viral post and I was like, hey girl, this person is reposting your stuff and that's pretty scummy. And she told me, girl, they blocked me. They blocked you? She also told me that they went through the effort of not just blocking her, but removing her watermark and deleting every single comment about her. Oh, well, this doesn't seem like a very trustworthy business. I then ended up commenting on their page and also bringing up like, hey, reposting content isn't cool. This is Rainy's video. And they proceeded to block me as well. Okay, so this is war. See, when you have a large following or get a viral video, you'd be no stranger to repost of said video. You know, people trying to get some clout, so they repost it on other platforms, stuff like that. But something really rubs me the wrong way about this repost being for a small business, especially when you paint yourself as being an account that's clearly for the girls.
Editor Toast here. Real quick before this video gets too long, I want to point out, some of you might be thinking like, oh, why does this matter so much? But I mostly want to say that it is because there are so many refurbished accounts, refurbished stores, stuff that are doing what DSVault claims they do, that actually like care about your products and how they come. I feel like you'll see later in the video, but DSVault has just so much stuff that is just like not correct. And I just really want to make it clear that the reason I get so heated about this is because there are people who can do it cheaper and better, yet DSVault is the store that is getting the most attention and the most followers, even though they are arguably the most unreliable of these types of stores. Okay, bye.
Quote unquote. Many other creators and followers called them out, and they all got their comments deleted, and surprise, surprise, they all got blocked. Rainy then made her own video discussing what was going down, and I'll just let it play.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to address something that's been happening a lot lately about a shop called DSVault who stole my video and used it to advertise their own shop. I'm usually not that fazed when people repost my content because unfortunately it does happen quite a lot. People repost it on Xiaohongshu, Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. So I'm usually used to it by now, but I did comment initially on their video saying something like, I don't know what it is anymore, I don't remember exactly what I said because they deleted the comment. I said something along the lines of, hey, so this is my video, the first clip is my video, thanks for not crediting me, something like that. But after how many comments of my friends and my followers mentioning me under the comments of that specific post, I saw that I couldn't see the video anymore and I assumed that I was blocked. So I decided to check on another account, and yeah, I was blocked. Usually it doesn't faze me, but when I saw that they blocked me, for some reason my heart started palpitating. I don't know why. But I personally work hard on all the videos that I make, on all the content that I make. I'm working, I'm a student, and I do my social media and content creation all on my own. I film, I edit, I direct everything on my own, and nobody helps me with anything. So when people decide to steal my content and not even credit me or mention me, it really breaks my heart. Because even the people on Pinterest or Xiaohongshu, although not everyone, but for the most part, there are good people who do credit me and don't remove my watermark audaciously. So now the video has gotten really big and a lot of people are commenting on that video asking about, oh, like they're just asking questions about their shop and how they can buy stuff and just general questions about handheld consoles. So I would just not recommend buying from them. I would just not recommend buying from them because they're unethical and they're bitches. So if you're thinking of buying from this shop, I don't recommend it. I don't know if they're a legit shop. I don't know if they actually sell. I would highly recommend Quality Finds. It's a wife and husband owned small business curating handheld consoles like 3DSs or those things. And they're one of the shops that I really recommend because they actually put a lot of love into everything, and I really appreciate that, especially when they don't break unethical boundaries and the owners are actually really passionate about their handheld console business and handheld consoles in general. So if you want to buy from an actual good store that I really trust and recommend, check out Quality Finds. I didn't even tell them that I was making this video. I didn't even reach out to them. I just literally thought of it right now. Because if you are looking for handheld consoles, I would recommend them instead of this unethical business who decides to block people after they bring up that you are stealing their content.
For someone whose motto includes make it yours, you're not really making anything. A bunch of creators, including myself, shared this video around, and it seemed like there was not much we can do besides report it and move on. Until this comment on Rainey's video. I'll give you the little rundown of it. I'm so glad that you're calling them out because they've been stealing other people's content too, and I'm 99% sure the person who runs this store is a man. The first time I was introduced to their page, they stole a clip of a video on a different girl's account, who I also know, but let's move on. And it was like, games I think are worse on the 3DS. And then they showed their own content, showing a bunch of popular games, basically rage baiting engagement. So I did some digging because I knew that was not her account, and the website shop page also has botted reviews. So yeah. I DM'd this girl. This is Sarah on the web. She was super nice and she shared with me everything she knew. Basically, a while back, she did some digging with her friends on Discord regarding this account. The first red flag from DSVault is when you scroll all the way to the end of their page and the vibes are very different. The content from DSVault here aims at a very masculine, retro gaming fan type of audience. Things like a sports car interior and calling PlayStation gay station, putting an interesting individual as the wallpaper on their 3DS, no pink or stickers in sight. Very much what you'd see on everyday handheld gaming socials, and there's nothing wrong with that. But one video with some Hello Kitty stickers on the 3DS later, and suddenly there is a massive shift in content. More stickers, and the same person behind the videos now has these Ariana Grande ass sleeves. Like, I'm not joking, that is the same hand. This is the same person. Suddenly, some of their videos include footage of other creators using them as the hooks. For a while, they also had some uncomfortable looking anime girl wallpapers on the 3DS before it shifted to a more cutesy, cozy one. Labubus, cute charms, more pink. Even the sleeves become pink. The fact that they kept the shift in content up just amazes me, because this just doesn't feel correct. You know what also doesn't feel correct? Their website. Let's take a break from the content itself and look at the actual business, shall we? So I think this website might have changed since Sarah did this deep dive with her friend. She provided me screenshots of the botted reviews and how the reviewers' pictures were found on Facebook from random users. However, I no longer see reviews on their website, so for safety's sake, we have to say that these are alleged reviews. Their website has a bunch of retro gifts to greet you. Mario Kart DS, Luigi's Mansion, you know, the whole shebang. Now, I don't want it to come across like I'm pointing fingers, but I am a designer. Visuals and logos are sort of my thing. This logo does not look correct, first of all. Not pointing fingers here. A human designer would not let the spacing between that L or the T slide. Fix the kerning a little, gosh. And these stars? What is this placing? And again, this is just my opinion. AI has started to form its own typeface recently, and this looks very similar to AI generated logos. There's also one single pixel missing from the V, and it's pissing me off. And this random speck of shine in the D, and then there's no speck anywhere else, just bothers me. We aren't even done with the logo. This is their full logo. Now, I assume this is the logo that would be used in merchandise like stickers and t-shirts. This white spot on the pipe is rounded, while every other shade of pink is very flat, I'm noticing. Again, a real designer, or at least a professional designer, just would not let this slide. And the S next to vault is slightly too high. Anyway, I'm just saying. Speaking of alleged artificial intelligent use, I think this one actually needs a little bit of context. LLMs, AI chatbot, companions, any of the AIs that you can communicate with, more specifically in this situation, ChatGPT, are known to spew out words in a certain pattern. The M dash is no longer the only indicator that someone is using ChatGPT, but when you tell Chat something along the lines of, describe so-and-so in a way that Gen Z would understand or something, it plays out like this. We aren't just blank, we're blank. At so-and-so, we're blank, blank, and blank. Whether you're blank, blank, or blank, this is your time to blank. No blank, no blank, just blank. My example here will be the Winx Club reboots style of advertising. This is an entire rabbit hole, but I want you to ignore the obvious text-to-speech and focus on the way that it speaks. I'll play some clips now.
Grounded, gentle, and deeply in tune with everything around her, she doesn't just hear how people feel, she feels it right with them. Stella's not just here to look good. She's here to run the whole show. Because true strength isn't just about magic. It's about heart. But it's not just about hearing, it's about feeling. Aisha doesn't just take on challenges, she becomes the challenge. She doesn't just use technology, she understands it, like it's second nature.
Now, the reason I showed you this is because this is the description of DSVault, and I quote, "We're not just selling modded consoles, M-, we're preserving memories. We believe everyone deserves a chance to relive the magic of their childhood. The late-night Mario Kart battles, the endless Pokemon journeys, the quiet hours spent in another world behind that iconic dual screen. These aren't just games, they're time machines. That's why we built DSVault, to give you access to thousands of legendary titles, all on original Nintendo hardware, fully restored and upgraded for today. No emulators, no clones, just authentic gameplay, made effortless. Whether you're rediscovering your favorite classics or discovering hidden gems for the first time, M-, this is your vault of memories. And it's open." And then you go through their website a little bit more, and there's another one here. The Nintendo experience evolved. Every game, one device, zero friction. Add titles in minutes, no setups, no limits, just play. Is this rubbing you the wrong way yet? So, these prices are fucking absurd. I pay pretty pennies for refurbished consoles, but $160 for a DS Lite? My goodness. Don't get me started on these fake ass sales. You think you're getting a better deal because they allegedly sell the DS Lite for $210 originally. This is so scummy. Allegedly. Also, the AliExpress cases. When you look up DSVault through Reddit, many people call them sketchy or straight up scammers. There are people who have never gotten their orders. Allegedly, the tracking number has never updated. You know, the unfortunate expected. There are even reports that I learned recently through one of my friends that some people who have gotten their consoles did not even have the games pre-installed on them. And on top of all of that, there are no instructions. So not only is over half of this quote-unquote business allegedly AI, from their video's voice, allegedly, to their website descriptors and logo, allegedly, something does not feel authentic about DSVault, and in my opinion, they feel predatory. The dramatic shift in content does not sit right with me at all, especially the fact that it's clearly the same person from the beginning with the very masculine hands. Of course, this is not to say that like, oh, well, men aren't allowed to do cozy stuff. Of course, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is this shift in content does not feel authentic, nor does their business feel authentic. Getting a viral video is a luxury when it comes to promoting your content or your business, and there are plenty of small businesses that refurbish handhelds that deserve this attention more. On top of all that, I don't like that their current content clearly takes what's working in the community and ups it by a million. Like the sleeves to accelerate that comfortable nature that all these videos give off. Except those videos feel real. This feels like a set to me. The amount of attention that some of the content gets from pretending to be the quote-unquote girl that only has a 3DS for Animal Crossing, or a girl who doesn't even use her handhelds because they're an aesthetic, also just pisses me off. There is already a divide between the handheld community because of hardcore retro gamers who would never put a sticker on their DS to save their life because they need to keep it in pristine condition, and then gamers who like to decorate their consoles and stuff like that. Because many of the times people see someone with a decorated or personalized, customized, whatever handheld, world. And a lot of the comments are like, oh, you don't even play that thing, do you? You probably have so many hours in Animal Crossing New Leaf and that's it. You only have a 3DS for the fashion game. Do you know what I mean? It's not everyone, but it is a very common thing, especially if you are, I hate to bring this up, but especially if you are a woman in this space, in the cozy gaming space. I guess now that I'm saying it out loud, this is also just a very common thing with any cozy gamer, I suppose, on the internet. People with very pink setups get comments that are often like, oh, this expensive ass PC just to play Stardew Valley. Like, we've probably all seen that comment somewhere before. $5,000 just to play Stardew Valley. Ooh, terrible. I think you can see what I'm trying to say. It is just how it is, really. I mean, when I started this channel, I really felt like I had to prove to people that I actually am like actively involved in the Nintendo space online. So a lot of my early videos are me like forcibly bringing up different random facts about Nintendo games just so people knew that I am actually into this stuff and don't just play cozy games. However, it is so easy as someone with these cute decorated consoles to get comments like, she doesn't even use these, you know? So seeing someone take that and just run with it for engagement does not feel right to me, because in my opinion, this person is not one of us. And I mean, this is not a girl's girl. This is not a cozy gamer girl who's trying to break stereotypes. This is someone who found a trendy video and just ran with it. And like Rainy said in her video, a lot of creators work really hard for stuff like this. So not only is this feeling like a scummy business, it also feels a little bit insulting. This account is growing very rapidly, and I actually have a platform in this community, so I feel like this is a good time to use it. So many people have purchased from DSVault, seeing their cute little videos and the setups that aren't theirs, and it's just not right. And anyway, no matter how big or small of a business you are, prey on customers and consumers like this. I know that this is this is just a thing that businesses do, right? A lot of big businesses prey on the consumer. That's how you make money. But this isn't some big ass business like Amazon. This is a fucking refurbished DS shop. It just baffles me that they think they could get away with it. I had one of my friends who is a bit of a techie nerd look into this a bit as well. And he informed me that it seems like the owner of the store has paid to scrape their data off of the internet from what he could find. And that's a little telling. This is where the original part of this video was supposed to end when I was taking notes on stuff like this. I didn't have much else to add besides a PSA and some good refurbished store recommendations. I also made a lengthy post about it instead and moved on to other videos. However, I got a comment recently. I'm gonna read this to you. Hi, they have an identical storefront called DSDreams. No account to go with it, but there's a second YouTube account for a third business. They're not just scamming the public, they're seriously scamming the government, which will not end well since we know that it's one or two people, since the ARM never changes. It's the same AI voices across both, not a stretch since there are so many different ones out there. But wait until people try returning broken units. It's going to a random address and you will not get your money back. Seriously hope no one buys from them. Seen a few people over in TP server and it made my stomach roll knowing that they overpaid and a $100 modding fee that they do not mention until you pay. There's a lot to unpack with this comment, but the biggest piece of new information here is that there's not one, not two, but three of these stores: DSVault, DSDreams, and RespawnDS, which redirects you to DSDreams. What the hell is this? So I went back to digging. DSDreams just pisses me off, man. This is the same ass website. Take a cozy trip back to your childhood with the Dreams trademarked modded 3DS. Comes with Nintendo classics, hand assembled and tested for quality. This console gives you plug and play access and nostalgia without the fuss. Heart emoji. Sorry, pink heart emoji. What's included? Completely modded 3DS with thousands of games pre-installed and ready to play. 128GB SD card holding all of your Nintendo classics and more. Yada, yada, yada. Dreams is trademarked? okay. Something a bit interesting to point out is how it says the devices come with games pre-installed, because this isn't true either. Like I said earlier, those who have gotten their handhelds have reported that they don't even come with games. The cherry on top, they don't even provide you with the instructions to do so. Well, this is something you can do with a quick Google search, as is the overall modding process for these consoles. The reason people pay for these, pay extra at that, is so people don't have to do this themselves. But the way they overcharge you for this as well is just madness, I swear. Anyway, back to DSDreams, but also RespawnDS. These photos, they're from Pinterest. I sent these photos to my friend Nana, who you've probably seen videos from if you're in this space. She told me she recognized one of these consoles, and surely enough, this console on DSDreams website is actually at Taurus Jess's console. These are obviously structured to look like photos sent in by customers, and again, reused content. RespawnDS's account does just repost the same videos that are posted onto DSDreams' Instagram account. These two websites in particular have a bigger focus on Peach, and I noticed they don't even have logos. This is just Peach. Did chat give up on you? Just like DSVault, DSDreams started with the same vibe as DSVault's beginnings. With a sudden shift towards the girly pink look, it's literally the exact same thing. Like, there are so many stores out there on the internet that refurbish consoles, right? That do deserve their time in the spotlight. So I am going to give you some shops that you should support if you're in the market for a retro handheld. I've gotten a lot of comments of people saying that they've seen DSVault's videos before, or they were even considering buying from DSVault until they saw my post about it. So here are some stores that you should get a console from. Melty Mods sells PSPs, 3DSs, DSIs, R4 cards, modded PS2s, and more. Melty Mods is a queer-owned business, and I was told when talking to one of the owners, quote, "I think what's cool about Melty Mods is it's by people who are actually into this stuff, not some drop ship / resell consoles and sell them sort of thing." Quality Finds also sells PSPs and 3DS consoles, even some fun accessories. Quality Finds is run by a woman and her husband, and some of their 3DS consoles come in cute bundles catered towards girly gamers. Nintendina is an Etsy shop from Romania that's been selling modded and custom Game Boy models for 3 years now. A lot of people ask me where I got my GBA, and while this isn't the original seller, they do sell a very similar model, which I think you should check out. There are a ton of different stores out there that are owned by people who actually care about these handhelds. I will link more below, but I just mainly wanted people to be aware that this is a very sketchy store at the very least. If you are buying a handheld in this space, right, please be very careful with what you see. Please do a little bit of research. Please ask around, ask a lot of these ask multiple handheld accounts on who they recommend to get a console from, because there are so many more. There are so many places that you can get one, and I really don't want people to get scammed on these types of things. I feel like this is just something that people need to know. I hope that this was a nice PSA for people interested in handhelds, or maybe if you didn't even know about the space and you just saw the title and you were like, oh, I wonder what that's about. Thank you for staying until the end. Honestly, I might leave it like this. I mean, anyway, thank you for watching this video. I don't normally make videos that are full of quote unquote drama, but this was more of something I just felt like people needed to know about this. This was really bugging me, and a couple other creators that I know are also going to be making videos about this. I will link those when those are out. I will return with some more fun, lighthearted videos soon. I hope that if you were doing chores while watching this video, I hope you got your chores done. I hope that if you were drawing, your drawings turned out good. If you were eating, I hope your food was delicious. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!